You don't go through no type of pain, you're not a man, bro. And like, it doesn't matter the age. It matters the trauma. It matters the pain. It matters the things that you know, the wisdom that you've learned, the experiences that you've had. That's why I could be my age, 22, and be able to speak to you guys because I've been through a lot, because I've experienced a lot. But there's a lot of people who's even older than me. They didn't have the experiences I've had. And so they don't know what I know. If you go through difficulty, you will learn from it. You can't run from difficulty. You can't run from pain. Those things are going to build you into the man that you need to become. Those things are going to build you into the warrior that you know you are supposed to be in the first place. You are God's warrior. You are here to be a king. You are here to elevate, right? You're here to be the best version of yourself. That's going to take some pain because we can't learn from everything being good. What can we learn from that? What can we learn from perfection? What can we learn from that? We can't learn nothing from that. You got to earn it. You got to earn it. You got to earn a better life. You got to earn being a man. You got to go through them pains. You got to go through the pain, the struggle. You got to know what it feels like to go through a breakup, go through a shakeup, go through a rebranding of yourself, going through ups and downs, going through people hating on you, going through people who love you, going through people who are looking out for you. You got to know the good and the bad. You got to know the good and the ugly. You got to know the love and the hate. You got to be well-rounded as a man. You got to know it all. You got to go through it. And that's what the life experience is all about. But a lot of us, we're running from it. We're running from the tough times. We can't run from it. You know, sometimes I pray for tough times because I know it's going to make me stronger. I run towards it. I run towards the deal. Oh, this is hard. Okay, I got it. I'm built for this. God made me for that. Bring it to me. Let's figure it out. Oh, that's a difficult season. Okay, I could weather it through because I got God on my side. That's gonna make me a strong man. That's gonna make me a strong warrior. Bring it to me. When there's hardships in my life, I don't run away from it. I confront them face on, one-on-one. It takes a lot of faith. It takes a lot of courage. But at the end of the day, I'm a man, and that's what I got to do. At the end of the day, nobody can do it for me. And at the end of the day, nobody has my life. It's my life, and I got to go through it. I got to go through those difficulties so I could be 1% better. Me, I got to go to the gym. I got to do those push-ups. I got to grind. I got to turn the camera on. I got to put in the work. I got to motivate the people. This is my purpose. This is what I'm sent here to do. What are you sent here to do? Can you do it every single day? Can you lock in on it? Can you be consistent with yourself, with your goals, with your dreams, with the people that are looking to you? The people that are inspired by you, are you going to let them down? Are you going to let yourself down? So when we go through when we're going through difficult seasons, we got to slow down and we got to recognize that those are the seasons that are going to build us up to be a better man. That's what takes us from boyhood to manhood. It's the pain. It's understanding struggle. That's something that we all share. We're all here to suffer. We all know what it feels like to have $0 in our bank account. We all know what it feels like to not know if we're going to pay rent the next month. We all know what it feels like to go hungry, to not know where our next meal is coming from. And if you don't know what it feels like, then that's a blessing. But it's that pain that turns you into a man, because that pain forces you to be disciplined. You're forced into it. You can teach yourself that discipline. So no matter what life you had, you can teach yourself discipline, consistency, courage, and strength by going to the gym and doing those practices each and every day. But when you come from the struggle, when you come from the hood, when you come from environments where everything is not just handed to you, when you go through a breakup, a shakeup, when you go through anything, when you're going through financial problems, when you're going through hardships, when you're going through fake friends, when you're going through a tough season in your relationship, when you're going through a tough season in life overall because you're not building a relationship with God, whatever it is that's hard, those are the things that's going to teach you how to make it through. Those who are struggling are in their way to being a man. They're on their way to being a man. Those who are struggling are well on their way to being the best version of themselves. Those who are running away from struggle, those who are running away from hardships and running towards an easy life will never really have an easy life, because it's either you want a hard life now and an easy life later, or you want an easy life now and a hard life later. The choice is yours, brother. I choose to have a hard life now. I choose to do the things that I know that I need to do in order to get me to the next level of my life. in order to get me into a better position. And it's going to take hardships. It's going to take rainy seasons. It's going to take a lot of rejections before you get that one, before you get that one blessing that changes your whole life around, a 360. But you got to hear me, bro. It's that pain that's going to turn you into a man. And you can't run away from that. You can't say, God, why me? Why you? It's because that's your rite of passage to manhood. That's your rite of passage, bro. It's your rite of passage to go through that pain. It's your rite of passage to figure out what life is like when you on your own and your back is against the wall and nobody supports you. It's your rite of passage to figure that out. We all go through it. We all know what it's like to go through ups and downs. That's what life is all about. It's not easy peasy. It's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be difficult. It's supposed to be hard. It's supposed to have ups and downs. That's what builds us to the next level. That's what takes us to the next level. That's what makes us greater and greater and greater. It's the hardships. It's the difficulties. And that's how you pass those levels. Level 1 in life is just being born. A boy is just born, but a man has to make himself. A man has to go through those hardships. A man has to go through those pain. A man is made. A boy is born. A man is made. A boy is born. A man is made. A boy is born. Everybody got their own opinions, but that's mine. A man is made. A boy is born. And sometimes I'm torn and conflicted by how society does not understand that if you put in the work, you get the right results. If you put in the work, you have a better chance at being better and being 1% better. People don't understand that if you sacrifice now, you'll reap the rewards later. People are choosing the easy life. People are choosing temporary pleasure. But temporary pleasure comes and goes, don't it? Temporary pleasure comes and goes. It's temporary. I want y'all to have long-lasting success. I want y'all to have long-lasting pleasure. And only true men will figure out what that really means. It means that he sacrificed right now. It means that he put in the work right now. It means that he's locked in right now. It means that he's doing what he needs to do right now. Can you say that? Are you doing that? Are you going hard? Are you putting in the work each and every day? You want to know what it looks like to go from boyhood to manhood. It looks like pain. It looks like struggle. And if life ain't going to put you into that, you going to put yourself into that because you're going to want to have a better life for yourself, right? Don't you want a better life for yourself? Why do you like struggling so much? Why do you like going through hardship so much? Nobody likes it. It's something that we have to do. It's something that we have to go through. It's something that men have to defeat. It's something that boys have to defeat in order to become a man. In order to become a man, you got to be a warrior. You got to defeat these battles, these tough times, these trials and tribulations, because with the trials and tribulations, you get testimony. Through the hard times, you get testimony. So here's my testimony. Here's my story. Here's my difficulties. I just moved to a whole new state. Barely people thought I could make it. People barely thought I could make it. I told people I'm doing YouTube. People barely thought I would make it. I told people I'm chasing my dreams and I'm believing in myself. People barely thought I could make it. Right? All the blessings that's in my life, nobody thought that it could happen for me but me. I understood that I was locked in. I understood my work ethic. I understood what God had in store for me. Couldn't nobody else take away my blessings, but I had to earn it. I had to post a video a day. I had to show up. I knew I could look like this while going to the gym. I'm still not how I want to look. I still got bigger and better goals, but look how I look, bro. It's because I'm going to the gym every single day. It's because I'm putting in that work. I knew I could look like this. Nobody else knew. Nobody else thought I could reach this level. So on your journey to manhood, nobody else is going to really believe in you, bro. But just let me tell you this right now. I believe in you, bro. I believe you can do it. I believe you can push hard. I believe you can work hard. I believe you could go the extra mile. I believe you can change your life around. I believe that, bro. Nobody else got to believe that, but I do. I believe you can lock in and change your life around. I do. But you got to believe it for yourself. Don't worry about me. Do you believe it? Do you actually believe it for yourself? I want you to believe it for yourself. You want a better life? I just want you to believe that you can have a better life for yourself. A lot of y'all, man, y'all got to understand, manhood takes a lot of sacrifice. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of things, bro. And a lot of people not going to support you on your journey to having a better life. A lot of friends don't even want to become men. They want to stay comfortable. They want to stay in the same position that they in. You got to ask yourself, should I surround myself around those groups of people or should I change it? I know it might be hard to change it because it's hard to admit when you're looking around and everybody around you is still a boy, but you're ready to take it to the next level. You're ready to become a man. You got to understand, boys don't want to grow. Boys don't want to evolve. Boys don't want to change their ways. Boys love comfort. They love comfort. They love being in the same position. They love being where they at. They love it. And most of the times they didn't earn it. They didn't earn it. See, when men love where they at, it's because they earned it. They put the work in, and we're still not comfortable. We still want more. We still want to evolve because that's what life is all about. We can't get comfortable. It's always growth. It's always growth. We can always do better. We can always evolve. And that's what it really comes down to. When you're a boy, you have a fixed mindset. You're good with how things are. You're good with where your life is. You don't want change. You don't want to become better. When you a man, you have a growth mindset. You want to become better, even if you the best, even if you in the 1%. You want to see yourself become better. You want to evolve. It's never good. It's like, all right, I'm cool. All right, we did it. All right, I'm grateful. But can we take it another step higher? So, boys who don't feel pain, man, boys who don't go through pain, they're not really learning. You're not really learning. In this life, it takes a lot of sacrifice, bro. It takes a lot of discipline for you to be the best version of yourself. It takes you being locked in to the highest degree. You got to be locked in. Nobody else can do it for you. Nobody else is going to care about your upbringing and what you've been through but you. Nobody else is going to retire your mom and help the family out but you. You want a better life for those around you. You gotta want a better life for yourself. You gotta want to lock in first. You gotta want to lock in first, bro. You gotta want to lock in first. You gotta want to have a better life for yourself first. For me, without those down moments in my life, I wouldn't understand what it feels like to be up. Without those difficult moments in my life, I wouldn't understand what it means to be up. I wouldn't have what it takes in order to reach this level. I had to be where I was at. I had to be at ground zero. I had to understand where I was at. I had to understand that I could be more. I could do more. But, I don't take for granted anything that I've been through, man. Like all the hardships, I'm thankful for it. God put those battles in my life so I could defeat them, so I could see how strong I really am, especially with him on my side. And there's a lot of times that we take this life for granted. You look at the tough times and you don't want it. You try to cry it away. You try to pray it away, but you don't recognize those tough times is exactly what you need for you to be the man that you was always destined to be. You need those tough times. You need those difficulties. You need that. That's what's going to make you stronger than ever. That's what's going to build you into the warrior that you are. But if you praying those tough times away and you love comfort and you don't like to work and you don't like to get your hands dirty, you don't like to go through no pain, how are you going to understand discipline? How are you going to understand consistency? How are you going to understand showing up for yourself? How are you going to understand working when you don't want to work? How are you going to understand working when you see no results, but you got faith? How are you going to understand God? How are you going to understand these things? How are you going to understand how God operates? You see, men, we know what it's like to go to the very edge, to keep putting in work, keep putting in work, keep putting in work, get no results, and keep showing up. And at the last minute, God gives us everything that we need. At the last minute, we recognize that we was everything that we needed because God gave us everything that we needed to be successful. 2 arms, 2 legs, a brain to think, and just showing up every day. Most importantly, heart. 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 How you gonna have heart when your life is surrounded by pillows? You bedridden. You comfortable. You good with where your life is at. That's called death. The only time we should be fully good with where we're at in life is when we're about to die. And all of us purpose-driven brothers, we talking to each other. and we could say, hey, we gave life all we got, didn't we? We gave life all we got. I want us to give life all that we have. I want us to give life everything. That's all it means is effort. You could be a man today, whether you 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 30, 31, 50, 60. Nobody ever taught you this. It doesn't matter. A boy could be a man today by literally saying, I am a man and I am never going to quit. I'm going to go through any hardship that life throws at me. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. There's no magic pill. There's no magic formula. I'm not telling you that you need a certain money amount. I'm not telling you that you need to have big muscles. That's not what that is, bro. That's not what it means. Those things are great. Those things are cool. Okay, but it's about your character. Because if you lost all the money today, what do you have? You got to have mindset. You got to have something within. You got to have heart. And I'm trying to tell you, bro, please hear me out. I'm trying to tell you, bro. If you never quit, if you always show up for yourself, if you always put in the work, if you never back down, if you keep showing up, you're more of a man than most people. Boyhood to manhood. What makes you a man? Showing up, figuring it out. You don't have to have all the steps. You don't have to know everything. You just have to want it. You just have to go after it. You want a better life, you got to go after it. You want success, you got to go after it. You want to be the best version of yourself, you have to go after it. People aren't going to support you. People aren't going to understand your grind. People aren't going to look out for you. You got to look out for yourself. You can't care about other people's opinions. That's stopping you from your blessings. You can't. It's about what's in here. It's about building a relationship with God. It's about elevating. It's about being the best version of you. But it's that pain. Just like when they sculpt in a sculpture, it's that pain. Right? Pressure builds diamonds, bro. It's that pain. It's that pressure that's going to make you a diamond. It's that pressure that's going to make you a man. When you put under that pressure and you still showing up for yourself and your family and your loved ones, and you going at it and you locked in with no excuses. Only execution, only action, action over distractions, no excuses, only execution, action over distractions. Like that's what makes you a man. Showing up for yourself, that's what makes you a man. Not quitting, that's what makes you a man. Going after it, that's what makes you a man. Going through the pain, Pain is the essence of life. We suffer. Suffering is to live. That is something that we all share. We all share suffering. We all share pain. We know what it's like to have a death in the family. We know what it's like to lose a loved one. That's pain. When you can go through that pain and you have an understanding of how serious life is, you become a man. You become a man. When you go through that pain, when you go through the struggle, when you go through hardships, those things teach you things that are so valuable. A book can't teach you that. I can't teach you that. Only life can. Only life can teach you that. Only life can teach you that. Only life. All the hardships you're going through, all the ups and downs, all the difficulties, only life. Only life. And y'all running away from it. You can't run away from it. You can't run away from the downs. That's what's going to help you go back up. You can't run away from the difficulty. That's what's going to help you go back up. That's what's going to help you have better days. You can't run away from that. As a matter of fact, you should be praying for it. You should be praying for it. All these warriors, man, what do you think how do you become a warrior? You had to go to war. You had to lock in. Every day is a fight, especially as a man. Every day is a fight. To survive, to thrive. Come on, man. Are you fighting? Or are you just praying that times get better, but you're not putting in your portion? You're not putting in your effort. You're not doing the things that you need to do. You just praying for a better body, like you praying for a six pack, or are you actually going to the gym to make it happen? Are you trying to go and get it? Are you putting in the effort? Pain is what builds you in the gym. Pain. You trying to get shredded and you on a calorie deficit? Pain, hunger pains. Trying to understand relationships and understand things like that. You're going to go through breakup pains. You're going to go through tough times, trials and tribulations. Pain teaches you. Pain is the teacher. Life is painful. And there's a lesson in that. You're supposed to learn from that. You ain't just going through pain, just go through pain. Oh, I hurt. I'm going through pain. I'm a man because I feel pain. No. You go through the pain, you learn a lesson from it, and you become wiser because of it. That's manhood. That's manhood. You know, growing up, I was ironing my clothes once, man, and my mama was like, "Yo, the iron's hot, bro." Like, what are you doing? Putting the iron so close to your chest. And to this day, I still got the chest wound because I brought it up close to my chest to really feel if it was hot. And she said, "I told you it was hot." Same thing we do with stoves, right? You know, you turn the stove on, you know it's gonna get hot eventually. We impatient. We trying to see, man, when this damn stove gonna turn on? We putting our hand on the stove. When's the stove gonna turn on? And the truth is, bro, we as men gotta feel that fire, that pain in order to understand what it is. And there's another level to that too, where you can learn from somebody else's mistakes and build that wisdom. And that's very smart. Learning from somebody's mistakes and just say, you know what, I'm gonna stay away from that because I seen what it did to so-and-so, and I don't need that to do that to me. So I'm gonna just lock in and stay on my purpose. Right? So other people's mistakes can teach us, but also we learn through our own mistakes. And if we're learning through our own mistakes, then it's not really a mistake at all, is it? It's a lesson. It's guidance. It's a playbook for us to move better in the future. And that's all I'm saying here, man. Through that pain, you get that lesson and you begin to move better. So I know now to never put an iron to my chest. Right? I've been through so much in my life. I know now that I can never trust people off rip. They got to earn that trust. I learned now that with success comes haters. It also comes love. You got to decipher what's real and what's not. I've learned a lot in life, but if I didn't decide to go through that pain, I wouldn't have known what I've known. If I didn't use that pain as motivation for me to move further in my life, I won't be where I'm at. Came through rough environments, went through rough environments, never had it all. Family was never rich. But if I let that stop me, then I wouldn't be where I'm at. I wouldn't be heading to where I'm going. I didn't let that stop me. I let that motivate me. I let that fuel me. Let me be the one to break the generational curses. Let me be the one to put the work in. Let me be the one to be an inspiration. Let me be the one to change my family bloodline and hopefully help change other people's family bloodlines by letting them know that they can do it too. Let me be the one. All these curses end with me through the glory of God. Through the Lord's help. The guidance that we have, the lessons that we've learned. The tables that we turn, the people that we love, the people that we no longer hang with. It all starts with pain. Pain is your teacher, but you're running away from class. Get back in class. Get back in the gym. Learn something. Learn what it means to be consistent. Learn what it means to be disciplined. Learn what it means to go through the hunger pains. Learn what it means to go through the difficulty. Learn what it means. Learn what it means to go through the ups and downs. Learn what it means to live life. That's what it means to live life. life. We keep trying to have an easy way out. Ain't no easy way out. There's only one way into success. There's only one way into a better life. There's only one way into being a warrior. There's only one way into royalty. There's only one way into being a king, and that's understanding who God made you to be. But y'all don't want to understand that. Y'all don't want to grasp that lesson because you want temporary pleasure. You want what's easy. But it ain't just about what's easy. It's about what's worthwhile. It's about what's going to take us to the next level. That's really what it's about. So it's up to you to lock in. It's up to you to take this information and run with it. It's up to you to understand that pain is not your enemy. Pain is your friend. Pain is your blessing. Pain is your teacher. And once you understand that, it's like, I got to get this lesson so I can move through life better and I can make it to the next level, because I'm only at level 1. Now I got to go to level 2. Then I got to go to level 3. That's what it's all about. It's only about elevation. And once you begin to elevate and elevate and elevate, you'll realize what I'm saying. It doesn't matter your age. There's people who's even older than me who's still boys because of how they think, because of how they operate. Elevation requires separation. So you're going to separate yourself from the guys who don't want to be men, from the guys who don't want to lock in, from the guys who don't want more out of their life, from people who complain. Oh, I don't really like complainers, man. Yeah, we can talk about what's going on in the world. There's many things that I don't like. We can have intellectual conversations, but that can only happen once we're doing the bare minimum, the basics, which means we're working every single day to make something happen in our life, working every single day to be the best version of ourselves and hopefully change our family's life, making sure that we're taking care of the family, making sure that we're taking care of ourselves and our loved ones. Like, if you're not doing that, then your opinions on what's going on in the world, you got bigger fish to fry, which is your own plate, because you can't care about others before you care about yourself. And that's a real hard truth for y'all to understand, because I know we got some good hearts. We care about our friend and what he's going through and the things that he's been. What about you? You there for everybody else, but it's stopping you from actually locking into the main person that you're supposed to lock into, and that's you. You got demons that you need to tame. You got demons that you need to kill. You got things that you going through. You got battles that you need to face. You got wars that's going on in your own head, in your own mindset. Should I watch this or should I not? You know what the hell you need to do. Let's get to it. Let's lock in. Let's lock in. But man, it's not easy. It's not easy. Nothing worthwhile is easy. It's going to take sacrifice. It's going to take discipline. It's going to take hard work. It's going to take consistency. It's going to take you having heart. It's going to take you leveling up to manhood. Be a man about it so you can do something about it. A boy is out there looking for the leader. Who's going to save me? A man recognizes that God gave him all the tools for him to put the work in and do it himself. God gave you the mind. God gave you the brain. God gave you the energy. God gave you a new day. It's up to you to lock in and make it happen. It's up for you to do it, bro. It's up for you to put in the work. But if we complain, nothing's going to happen. If we're looking for other people to do it for us and care about us, nothing's going to change. We have to be the ones to bring forth the changes that we want to see in our life. Us. And if you don't believe in yourself, brother, please believe in yourself today. Please understand that it's possible. Please understand that you can do it. You can do it. You can change your life around. You can change your life around. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Pain is not the enemy. It's not the enemy. It's your teacher, bro. And it's time for you to show up to class. Show up on time and give it your best effort. When you in the gym, that's pain. Give it your best effort. When you're going through hardships, that's pain. Give it your best effort. Give it your best effort. Never quit and watch where life takes you. Watch how you just elevate. Watch. I love y'all, man. We are purpose-driven men. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.